Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make a junk mail, junk journal. But first let's have our shout out to Kelly, Sue, Rustic Journals, Patty, Noreen, and Kim. I appreciate each and every one of you. You'll want to grab some of your junk mail. Maybe yours looks like this, or maybe something like this, or even like this. Well, however yours looks, it will be perfect. And what you want to do is open it on 3 sides. Now this one's already open here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and let's trim it off right here. So just snipping off a little bit here on this side, and then a little bit here on the opposite end. And then we can simply open it up just like this. Now that's what you'll want to do. You'll want to have your piece of junk mail open up just like that, just like this. All right, so I'm not sure which one I want to use. I think I want to use this one right here with the larger window. Now you can grab a digital, you could use book page, you could use magazine paper. Whatever it is that you want to use, go ahead and grab it, and you'll need a big enough piece to cover it from the edge of the window to the edge of the envelope. So I'm simply going to cover this area right here. I'm going to grab my art glitter glue, and I'm simply going to place my glue along the edge here. I can see that I've got something stuck in here, a little bit of dried glue. It's not coming out. So let me go ahead and clear the opening. So I've cleared the opening, I've laid down my glue, and now I'm simply going to lay my piece of paper that I'm choosing to cover that area, just like that. And then just press it down. Now all I need to do is to trim off the piece right here. So I'm just going to trim around my envelope right here, just like this. Now I have finished quite a few of these covering the envelope here. I've got quite a few ready to go. So the next thing that I did was I took the inside of the envelope and I took a piece of coffee dyed lined book page, and I simply did the exact same thing. Now if you have accidentally gotten a little over on the window, and you can see that I have right here, it's a little over, so I'm going to take that opportunity to cover it with my book page, and then it will be completely lined up. So adding my glue onto my inside of my junk mail, I'm going to glue down my lined, coffee dyed lined book page, or notebook paper, I think is really what it is. So let's just do that, and I'm just catching right there catching the edge. There we are. Alrighty, and then trimming that one out. So now we've already covered most of the envelope inside and out. You'll want to think about, what do you want to put in that window? You can put a picture from a book, you could put a digital, you could put all kinds of things inside of here. Now, I have a digital right here from my porch prints, and I think I'm going to add it just like this. I want this piece to be, well, I don't want to say upside down, but normally it would be like this because you would fold it, but I'm going to put mine this way, because when you put your junk journal pages, because that's what we're making, pages, when we open it up like this, I don't want the window to always be, as you flip it open, to always be on this side. I would like some of them to be on this side. And to do that, I'm going to place my window over here and add my digital. So what I'm going to do to be able to do this the easiest way that I know how, I'm just looking at this one more time here, is I'm going to add my glue onto my envelope like this. And then right here, and then a little bit right there on the side. And then I'm simply going to lay this over, just like that. And now I have my beautiful picture inside my window, and it really wasn't difficult at all. I'm looking for a little wipe. I've got some glue right there, and I'm going to trim this out as well. Actually, I don't need to trim this out. No, oh, I thought I did. Yeah, I do, right here. I thought I had to trim it somewhere. Right here. I overlapped the end. Alrighty, so now what you'll want to do is find your, oh, the lid is on. I was looking for the lid, it's already on. Okay, so then you'll want to bring in your scraps and your little pieces that you have. I just dropped a ton of them on the floor. Now, I am actually going to bring in this one, and the reason why I'm bringing it in is because if I tried to fold this right now, it would not crease well at all. So we're going to use this one. Now this one needs a picture as well. So I think what I'm going to do is bring in my little cards quickly here and see if there's something here that I think would look pretty. That's nice because I like the green leaves with the print here. Now this print is from Chapter 1 Papers, and there's one here that's also kind of a pink. Let's try this one right here. There's a darker one. This one might be really sweet. Now let's see. This one's the same, but it had not quite the biggest mark of the coffee on it. That's really nice right there. Or we could use the exact same one that we just used in the other window. Okay, yeah, it looks the best, doesn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on, and then we're going to do a little collaging here, and then I'm going to show you what's next. All right, I started adding I added my picture in my window, and now I'm going to just add a few little pieces to finish covering up my envelope here. Just some scraps that I have, and just laying it down here and there. Let's see, what else do I have here? I have this pretty blue that would look really nice. If we finish that off with that blue, that would look gorgeous. So it doesn't take long at all to collage this up because we have already covered the majority of this envelope with a large piece of, whether it's digital or book page or whatever it is that you chose. Then there isn't much left to cover. Trimming this out, and then I just have a little bit right here to finish. So now this is the inside of the paper, the same paper, it's the inside. Let's see, that one's nice. I don't mind that at all. Maybe something more with a little bit more color. How about if we do this? And I'm just going to add my glue directly onto my envelope and then lay my piece on and trim it out. Just like that. Very simple indeed. You can use up a lot of scraps that way. And we all have lots of scraps, don't we? Alrighty. So now, because I have already let this dry, this large piece, and the notebook paper, the lined note scrapbook paper inside is already dried, then I'm able to do the next step. And that next step is to simply fold it. So I'm taking one side and folding it over to the other side and then giving it a crease. I'm going to bring my bone folder over and really help me crease this. It is a little sturdy, or you know, it's firm. That's the word I'm looking for. But oh my goodness, isn't that pretty? So pretty. I love it. Now I'm going to round the corners. So with my corner rounder, I'm just going to take these corners right off, just like that. And then what I want to do is, now in my other ones, and I'm looking for where I put them. I put them over here. I did all kinds of different things. Now, I sewed around the edge. I sewed around my window, and I sewed all the way around my pieces. And you see what I mean by when I said I put some one way and some the other, so that when you build your journal, you start putting your pages together, you'll want to have some with the windows here, and then you'll want to have some with the windows on the back. And that's what I was trying to say, is that you want to, especially if you're using up and down. Now this is up and down, this one isn't, so this image is not up and down. I can put that any way that I want, as well as this one. This one's up and down because the flower, the stem. This one's up and down, and this one's up and down. But these two I can place any way I want. Oh, there's one more. I went ahead and I put a tab on it using a heart. So this one's not, this one is up and down because of my heart. I probably should have put the heart on one that was already up and down, and then I would have taken away, you know, being able to not turn it whichever way I wanted. Now I am actually going to take this over and I'm going to sew this piece right here. So let me go ahead and get that done. Alright, so I know a lot of you have asked to go ahead and see me sew, and I've tried to explain that you really just see the top of my sewing machine, but I thought, okay, this is a nice opportunity. I will go ahead and show you sewing this, even though you really can't see a whole lot, but that is what it is. Let's go ahead and let's sew this together. So I'm simply sewing around my window right now. And you don't have to be perfect, guys, if you're sewing. In fact, sometimes I like it to be imperfect. Just because it's a junk journal, I like it to be a little imperfect. So just turning this here, I'm going to snip off some of my threads where I began. And I'm going to finish right here, that window. So the window is finished. So now I'm going to sew around the edge, all the way around the edge. So here we go with that. You can let me know in the comment section if you like watching me do this, or if it's something you prefer me do off camera, because this is the very first time I've ever done this. I rearranged how I plug in my sewing machine to enable me to move it over here to this table that I film on. So if you like it, then let me know, and if you don't like it, let me know, because if you don't like it, then I surely won't be doing this anymore, and that way I'll know what your preference is. Just a couple more stitches, and we've got it done. Alrighty, so I've got it all sewn, and I'm simply going to move my machine back to where it was. Alright, so let's look again. We've got that all sewn. You can mostly see it sewn here on the darker. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my vintage photo, and I am going to just brush around the edge right here. I do like that look of the vintage photo. I'm actually going to go around my window a little bit and then down my fold. Not a lot, but I am going to add a little bit of this color on here. And then I'm going to open it up and I'm going to do the inside. So getting this finished right here. I'm just kind of going in circular motions. Let's open this up and continue. Just rubbing my sponge right along here. Woo, that was a lot. That's okay. Gives it personality. Gives it a little personality. Alrighty, so we've got that all finished. So the next thing let's do, oh, I know, I need to wipe off where I brushed it because, yeah, there's a little bit of ink when I went around the window. Let's bring in our other pieces. I'm thinking I might like to add another heart as a tab, but let's decide which one should be the cover. Let's see. I'm trying to see which one's the tallest, which is the shortest. Kind of need to decide that. So let's see. It goes like this. And then where does this one go? This might be the second. Nope, this is the second to the shortest. All right. So this seems to be, these two are about the same height. This one's really pretty. And this one was this one's right side up and this one's upside down. So let's leave that one like that. And let's start with this for our cover. So then the next one, it can go upside down, that print. So let's put this one in next. So it opens up here and then we have this. Unless we want, I can't decide. Oh, that's pretty together. Okay. Then let's do this one. And then maybe the little one with the tab on it. And then this one. This one sticks out too much to be the last. It might need to be the second. It's wanting to be the first though, isn't it? All right. How do we like this? I'm not sure. Kind of sticks out. This one sticks out a lot. Sticks out better without that one. What happens if we put this one to be the first? Then how does that look? We could put some ruffles on here, and then I do like this one because of the pink. Alright, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm so indecisive right here. I can't quite decide. Usually I can decide right away. Let's add some ruffles and things and get this going. I'm going to open it up like this. And let's add some things. Oh, I've got all kinds of things. You guys, I bought this wedding dress at the thrift store for like $7. I'm not kidding you. It was damaged. And I started cutting it, and I coffee dyed this one this morning. And I think it's really cool looking. Almost looks like it's a little burnt here with the coffee that I didn't rinse it. I just dabbed it. I'm kind of liking it on here. I think it looks super cool. I'm not sure exactly how to place it. Oh, that's nice. How does it come around the side? Let's go ahead and let's bring in the hot glue gun, and let's go ahead and see about getting this down. Hoping I'm not getting ahead of myself with what I want to do with this one, but I do think this is super cool. So I've got my hot glue here, and I use it because it's quick, it's easy, and it's really great for videos, because once I put my hot glue on it and I press it down, then it's permanent and it's dried already, and I don't have to wait for it to dry. it's already dried. Now I'm going to glue these beads down because since I've cut it, then the string that sewed the beads on has been cut somewhere, and I don't want the beads to come off. So I'm simply going to press this down. And let's go ahead and get this part done as well. And this is going to be on the back side of the junk mail journal. The back side right here. We're doing the back side when we folded it over. Okay. Now, let's see, how does that look? That looks super cool, right guys? Let's go ahead and glue this part right here. Glue it down. Let's glue this down right here. Okay, now let's see, what else do we want to add on here? I talked about a ruffle, perhaps. Perhaps we would like to use a ruffle. I have got all kinds of things here, guys. I've got this vintage lace right here, and you could go ahead and sew this on or glue this on, or we could put something on like this. I'm still not feeling it yet. We could add a little piece like this. That's not bad. If we glue it on like this, and then maybe add a little bit of pink up here. Oh, okay, I'm starting to feel it now. Let's go ahead and glue this down. And I'm just going to add a little bit of glue at a time, and add this just a little bit of a time at a time. I'm letting it hang over just a tiny bit, not a lot. This isn't a big piece of lace, but a little bit of hangover, a little bit hangover. No, we don't have a hangover, but we're hanging our lace over just a little bit. Okay, and then I really thought this was super cool, and we might even pucker it just a little. So let's go ahead and kind of tear this. I don't think it'll tear all the, ooh, it did tear all the way. I didn't think it would. Yeah, I don't want it to be so perfect. All right, so this is the way it goes, and I thought maybe we could pucker it just a tiny bit right there. Maybe just a tiny bit like that. And then let's glue this part down right here and right here. Okay, so now this is how it's looking. Now, I'm not sure about these little things, so let me grab my smaller scissors and see about maybe taking them off. There, that's much better. Okay, now what else do we want to do? We've got some net here. We've got, I've got a piece of a floral embroidery right here. That's kind of cool. What else do we have going on? Let me bring my dish in. How about a label? Maybe we need a label. That's a very nice looking label on there. That looks very nice. Possibly we could add this onto the label like that. Maybe we need a little bit more lace on here, something like this. Oh, I'm liking that a lot. Let's go ahead and glue this down. So I'm just going to pull it back, holding it in place, and then bringing in my little stick and just using it to help me get this glue pressed down with my lace, wiping it off right here. And then let's finish the edges. I need another little glue stick in here, so grabbing my glue stick and sticking it in. We might be doing a second video to finish this off because, goodness, you guys, what time is it? Yeah, we're already at 25 minutes, so I'm thinking that we might need to, I don't think I want to cover up my window. I think I want this below my window, like that. And I'm actually going to put my glue right there on that one corner, and then switch to my art glitter glue and finish it off where it was just the paper. Where it was the fabric, I used my hot glue to make sure it stuck down nicely. And then let's pop this on. I think that looks cool right there. I think we need to add a little bit more right here too. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue, kind of folded it a little bit. Oh goodness, I do like that. I do. All right, so let's go ahead and get this on. Adding my little bit of glue here and there on my applique, and then pressing it on. Let's glue our little stem down right here. Let's trim our lace, and I'm just going to kind of cut it haphazardly. I don't want it to be perfect by any stretch. So this is how we're looking. Now on this part right up here, I have got some pearls. I've got a bulb pin. That would be pretty on there, wouldn't it? Even though it's purple, it's still really pretty. This looks extremely vintage, doesn't it, guys? What happens if we pull in, whether we use Sorry Silk from Crimson Heart Studios. There's a kind of a greeny piece. Ooh, that's gorgeous with it, isn't it? All right, let's go ahead and I think what I want to do is right here, I'm going to leave myself a little bit right here. And then I'm going to just kind of twist it and put it on the edge here. Just a little bit of movement. There we go. Got a little bit more movement. Something like that. Okay. Do I want to go all the way? I think I do. I think I want to take it all the way to the back, because now we're on the back part of our journal. And I'm just twisting it as I go. Oh, I'm going to have to tear this a little bit more. Okay, now do I possibly want to take that? Okay, that's got to be pulled down a little bit. I don't like it going up so high, sticking out. How about right there? There, that's perfect. Now, do I want to go all the way down or stop at the top? I think it needs to go down. Now see, I've split this Sorry Silk, so I'm going to go ahead and keep splitting it a little bit. Okay, what time is it? Almost 30 minutes. I don't know if you're still with me. Oh, I see that I need to add a little glue here to the pearls. I don't want my pearls to fall off. Remember, I told you once you cut it, you will have cut some of the string that holds those pearls on, and I don't want to lose them. So I'm simply sticking this down here and there. I'm going to pull this over to this side. Okay. And let's maybe, no, I don't want to twist it, I don't think. maybe something like that. And then there we go. I do like it on the back. It looks nice. It finishes this back off lovely. There. Now I don't think that we want to go all the way across, do we? Let's talk about that. Let's look at it. We're going to have to, I think this is where it gets spliced. Is it where it's spliced, or is it just where all the threads have kept it from? Yeah, it's just the threads. Got so much going on here. Do we want to take it all the way? Let's look at it closed. Goodness gracious, this looks so vintage, doesn't it, guys? Oh, I absolutely love it. I think I actually do want to take it across the bottom. I'll have to go back and cut all the little streamers that I have going on here after I've ripped this, sorry, the threads. And it's okay, I'll go back and trim it up as soon as we get this part done. So bringing it all the way over, and let's bring it over here like this, and then right here, maybe a little bit right there. Nice. Okay, right at the corner. So let me look at this and think, do we want any of it going up? I don't think I do. I think I'm actually going to take it maybe just a tiny bit up and then trim it. Yeah, just a little bit up and then give it a trim. Right here. I think that's far enough up. And just give it a little trim. Oh my goodness, I am loving it. Now this is our cover, and this is the inside of the cover. Now we're going to be putting some pockets and some, all kinds of things in here. This is going to be quite elaborate, I think, when we get done. We need to put some more of these tabs on there, a couple of them. I will be back with how this is proceeding, and we'll be putting some pages in it and some pockets. Oh, do check back tomorrow, because I am going to be continuing with this, and I think it's just turning out so luscious. I hope that you have enjoyed this, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.